All right. This is your host of the most of the time here in sunny side Dubai. This is Marcus here representing Society X, and we are one of the proud partners of TON Society UAE. And we are here to talk about how TON blockchain is going to revolutionize the way we use the internet, information, and money. And actually, they already started, they already did. So through the power of Telegram, but that's a whole nother story. But we're here to connect with Inal, and I apologize. Please state your first name and your last name for our audience.
In Kardanov. Yeah, in Russian, but I'm used to say Kardan because it's a bit easier.
Awesome, sweet. Inal Kardan. Hey, first of all, hey, thank you for joining us. And we had a yeah, you're welcome. And we had a really great session, an offline session here in Sunnyside, Dubai. And it's great to see TON Foundation and your team taking extra steps here in the MENA region. So there's a lot going on. What's really fascinating is that slowly people are paying attention to the TON blockchain. And of course, because of Telegram, but I think there's also a lot of interest in mini apps and particularly the gaming side of things. So before we dive into some really juicy topics, I want to, kick off with you, learn about your origin story. So who was Inal in high school, and also who was Inal before TON? I want to put you in the spot just a little bit, just to create some fun conversation.
Yeah, with pleasure. Actually, as we know, everybody loves to talk about themselves, right? So we can 30 minutes out, no problem here. Yeah, basically, I'm used to say that I'm a tech guy because as I would say 12 or 13, I was like developing something. I was like, actually, I have two passions, had and still have two passions. The first one is obviously, I would say software engineering, developing something. And yeah, as I said, I was always a tech guy. And my second passion was probably around games and gaming. So for example, back in 2000, I guess 14, I even started like game engineering in South Korea for about a year. Yeah, after the school, actually, I decided to go to like management, like major related to management, but during my bachelor's course, during those 4 years, I decided that okay, I want to dig deeper into game development. So yeah, talking about this because I always had two passions. First one is software engineering, even during the like school time, and games and game development especially. Of course, like obviously I was playing games when I was way younger than now as well.
Hey, you know what? Hey, it's the age of the geek. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's your time. So thank you for sharing your origin story, a little bit of history. So this is really great to know. People love to hear the personal side of things. So I got to ask you, so who was Inal in terms of, I guess, your professional career before the TON Foundation? So give us a highlight on that.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short. Actually, I was developing, like I had several startups back in my university. I was developing different stuff back in 2010, 2011, I guess. We were developing like relatively small startup. It was something like a Coursera when Coursera was almost unknown, especially in Russian speaking countries. We basically failed. Then we started developing like a tool for event organizers, let's call it so, to do everything related to your events with a ticket, with like everything actually was quite good. And actually that was the moment when I started like wondering what blocks and how blockchain can be used. Of course, obviously I've heard about it before, but I guess it was like 15 when I started, okay, there are tickets and there's a secondary market for tickets, and maybe blockchain is a tech which can help us to solve the problem of fake tickets in the secondary market. This was actually the first time when I was like, okay, maybe we can do something on top of the block, not just like Bitcoin, Dogecoin or whatever. By the way, when I was studying back in university, I also was working at the university, and we had some experiments of mining coin on the university servers.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I love it.
We didn't mine much, but that was just in the fun experiment, just to understand how mining works, etc. To be honest, that was like a bit weird, but still we were really young and we were like having fun with that. I would say that first time when I actually interacted with the blockchain from tech side, not from like, not from the speculation side, but from the tech side, probably it was like Dogecoin mining. But yeah, after that, we started developing the startup with tickets, and I was like, okay, maybe there is something that we can do with blockchain as a technology. Yeah, I hope I answered your question. What was in before the blockchain? But then in 2017, yes, to be honest, there was like a long story. I had a job offer from Germany. The job offer was quite good, just as a software engineer, and I really wanted to move there. I was actually in the process of getting all my documents, all the stuff, and then I got invitation to interview to the blockchain company called Wave.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's old school, man.
Yeah, definitely. Their headquarters was back in Moscow, and I've heard about Waves obviously because Waves was quite big at that moment, and also Waves was like very well known in Russia because the team was Russian speaking. I would say it was like the biggest Russian speaking team developing blockchain back in 2000. And actually, I was in the middle of a process moving to move to Germany to develop some like boring stuff for BMW, and the project was about BMW. But and then I got an invitation. I was like, okay, I have some interest about blockchain. Maybe it's a sign that I have to go in to talk about it. And the position was there. A position there was quite interesting. It was not about like software engineering, like general software engineering. It was developer relations and related to DevRel stuff.
All right.
And I was okay, DevRel, something interesting. I've known a lot about DevRel. And I was really like, okay, DevRel sounds interesting for me as well. And to be honest, it was just like, okay, I'm in the middle of process to move to Germany, but still, let's give it a shot. Let's try. Let's talk to guys at Waves. And maybe that was my mistake. I don't know. But actually, I remember that was quite good. The team was really great there back in 2017. And I joined Waves as a DevRel first. And I'm there for like almost 6 years, to be honest. But I would say I was a part of Waves. First 3 years, I was definitely a part. I was like doing DevRel and dev related stuff. Then I was more like, we were doing stuff on top of the Waves blockchain, developing like different experiments. Like I think I should name last three experiments that we were developing. The first one was Item Market. It was an NFT marketplace back in 18, I guess. It was before the NFT hype. It was before all these NFTs, next big thing, etc. We tried to build NFT marketplace for game publishers and game developers back in 2018. Then to be honest, it was just a pure holiday experiment. There are like May holidays in Russia, and me and my colleague, we started a game called Wave Stocks, and it was a huge success because the timing was perfect. It was right before Axie Infinity hype, and it was quite fun. It was a game about stocks, the Waves blockchain, and back in summer 2021, we were number 2 in terms of NFT trading volume right after Axie. We had around 200 monthly active on-chain users in July 2020.
That's really powerful. Yeah, very impressive numbers. Wow. Okay.
And there were tens of millions of trading volume per month in summer 2021. So that project, I would say it was, to be honest, I think that it was like a pure random stuff. This is not, we developed that, yes, but the timing was perfect there. And the game itself was quite fun. It is still alive. There's another team building that, but it is still alive. There are like just that one game, several games actually on top of it.
Okay.
Anyway, and then me and my another co-founder, we decided that maybe it's better to basically develop not a game, but infrastructure for game developers, because we started getting lots of questions from game developers, like how to integrate how to use blockchain, etc., etc. So we decided to build a cross-chain protocol. We called it Eta Zero, not Layer Zero, but it was it was only for game. Actually, we developed it for almost a year. And it was like, I would say, like partially successful. We had partners, we had games building on top of it. But at some point, I got like a question from the foundation team.
Okay.
We want to talk to you. And after that, I decided that I always wanted to do something for big audience. Let me be honest here. This is what drives me. If I can affect lives of, I don't know, tens or hundreds of millions of people, this is something which makes me like excited. So,
that's cool. No, I'm glad you said that. Just to give the audience some context, right, about the foundation, but especially with Telegram, just give us a number, like how many users using Telegram? I mean, that's something to talk about.
Yeah, sure. As far as I remember, October or September 2023, Telegram reached 800 million users, monthly active users. So now I guess it's even higher, because from 700 to 800 million users, it took about a year or maybe even less than a year. So since September or October, it's already 4 months, more than 800 million for sure. But yeah, let's say 8 million to take it easy.
No, sure.
To make it
No, the reason I bring that number, this is an opportunity for you and now to like really make an impact, to build some really great products, and then also for your personal goals too. Like you said, you want to make an impact, and what a powerful way than to be part of the TON Foundation. That is actually already from a behind the scenes silent way making an impact. To me, that is powerful, man. Really powerful.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I joined Foundation, to be honest, because I would say TON has, let me be honest, TON is the only blockchain right now with the potential to mass adoption, because there is an unfair advantage of being an exclusive Web3 partner of Telegram. It's all about distribution. The whole Web3, I would say, I don't know, it's 100 million maximum. If we count even everybody trading, developing, wherever. But Telegram only has 800 million. And this is like a huge potential that we really want to leverage. And yeah, we have a great opportunity here.
Gotcha. And no, thank you for giving me and also the audience too. And anyone out there checking this video out, what is the bigger picture? How we can really hit mass adoption. So let's come back to you. So how are you making an impact to the TON Foundation? Now you are the gaming lead. So give us like, hey, basically I'm asking what's your role and how are you going to make that impact? And what is your conviction play as the gaming lead for the TON Foundation?
Yeah, as a gaming lead at TON Foundation, basically I have like several goals, let's call it, like some kind of vision of how exactly we should pursue this mass adoption for Web3.
Right.
If we talk about what we basically do at TON Foundation, me and my team, a relatively small team, we do a couple of things. First, we see our main role as, let's call it, helpers to game developers. So we want to help game developers to bring their games, their experiences to Telegram first, and to easily integrate into the TON and the wallet, which is available inside Telegram. So our role here is to help them from different angles. And though obviously is technical. We develop some technical stuff, I don't know, Phaser integration, game engine integration, let's call it, so Phaser, Cocos, Unity. This is first stuff, like technical integration and how we can help game developers to integrate with the Telegram and TON easier. Second is about like being, I don't know even how to say it, but being a person who knows a lot about the ecosystem. We try to talk to every single team. We try to collect all the best practices. We try to know as much as possible about what works, what not in Telegram and in Web3 in general. So we basically see our role as, you can always come to us, hey, we want to build this. What do you think about this? And our main goal here is to be able to say, we know that teams A, B, and D, they tried this before. This team failed, this team succeeded, the team, I don't know, got these results. So to be able to share our experience with the team. So this is like next thing. And third, it's obviously about the business. We see our role in helping teams who get like good connections with other teams, like something like a BSAV, let's call it. This is like on the high level. Also, of course, we want to experiment with games. So we develop, for example, internally games at Foundation as well. So we make some experiments. So if we, for example, want to try new genre, Telegram, new game mechanics, so we develop internally that to try how things work. So on the high level, this is the whole goal of GameFi or gaming team at TON Foundation. My personal goal is to organize all of that, to be honest. And yeah, as I said, there's like a relatively small team. So the goal here, I would say my personal goal to be like as effective as possible, because we have limited resources. We do not have unlimited time. We do not have unlimited developers. So it's always about and finding what is best for developers and what is best for players in Telegram.
No, so thank you for giving us a little of the background and also the functionality, what's happening and stuff. And definitely it is important, right? Especially time and human capital. Yeah, you can throw in millions of dollars and all that stuff, but in terms of time and human capital, I think a lot of people miss the mark on that. So I'm glad you guys are paying attention to it. But I want to ask you about when it comes to games, and could you educate us on what are the current trends right now in terms of the gaming narrative, and also from your point of view as a gaming lead at the TON Foundation, what are the future trends in the gaming space?
Yeah, great question. Basically, I would say there are two different paths what game developers follow or go right now in Web3 gaming, if we talk about Web3 gaming. The first one is teams trying to build AAA quality games with Web3 integration. This, I would say, a moonshot. Most of them are moonshot because there are tens of or maybe hundreds of teams developing AAA quality games, but not every single AAA quality game is successful. Even if we talk about traditional if we talk about Web3, there are like, I don't know, two, three, maybe maximum 5 teams developing AAA games. And my concerns here are quite obvious that 5 is not enough to get one huge success for a AAA game. We need more to see like huge story about AAA game with Web3. And I don't think we will see any of those teams in like next year or two. Maybe in 3 years, we will see something, especially big players start integrating Web3 as well. This is like one way, develop AAA game with some hope of like huge success in the future. The other way is teams developing indie teams mostly or huge studios, but developing casual, hyper casual, mid-core games with a Web3 integration. In some case, I would say this way has a big advantage. You can experiment faster. As you just said, time is very important here. So you can experiment faster. Production cost and production time for a game is, I don't know, 10 to 20 or maybe 50 times lower compared to AAA games. More experiments, higher chance of finding like the next big thing and finding the next big game. And if we talk about, for example, Telegram, we've seen one huge, success story like this January, for example, with the Notcoin.
All right, cool. Yeah. So, got it. All right. So let's talk about, you were just talking about, Notcoin. So, its success story. So kind of give us insights on, how Notcoin from nothing to something, like,
Yeah, I was basically talking about two main ways existing in the Web3 gaming industry right now. The first one is about attempts to build AAA games, and second one is about casual, hyper casual, and mid-core games. And I was saying that the second approach, the second way, looks like more successful right now because for example, there's a Notcoin. We have at least one example of Web3 related game with a huge success. Yeah. What is huge success? Notcoin in less than a month in January, they got 23 million users, which is like really good.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is answering your question about like what are like the trends and things happening in the gaming industry right now. If we talk about gaming plus Web3, I would say AAA games. Yeah, we still wait for them with Web3 integration. Maybe we will see in 3 years from now. And hyper casual games and casual games that are already here. And actually, Notcoin is not the only one. I mean, there are other games in Telegram with, for example, with about 1 million monthly active users, which is quite good for casual or mid-core games. I can name like, I don't know, Gato, for example, or Tap Fantasy. So yeah, there are many more experiments in casual, hyper casual, and I think we will see more successes there. Maybe not as big as Notcoin, because 23 million in a month is a bit too much, to be honest, for a game. It's comparable to ChatGPT from OpenAI, for example.
Right. So, like a couple of days, right? Yes.
Yeah. So maybe we will not see same numbers, but millions of users, I think it's feasible.
Interesting. Oh, no, it's cool though. Glad to learn about Notcoin and all these other games. Now, let's talk about, definitely there's some future games, future developers are coming in, new talent is coming in, and which is needed too, right? When you talk about like only like 5 studios or 5, I guess, gaming factions are creating these games, but we need more talent to, create, how more creative power and more options and stuff. So let's say, for example, there's an upcoming, developer or a gaming team, kind of give us kind of like a rundown. What is the process, the procedure to partner with the TON Foundation? So kind of give us a kind of like a roadmap or the process.
The process of what? Sorry.
Oh, the process for say a new gaming project wants to build something on the TON Foundation. What does the process look like? Just kind of like a
overview. Let me try to explain. If you want to develop a game and you want to have it, for example, on Telegram and with the TON integration, then we are ready to help here. I mean, either of these options, only game in Telegram, that's fine as well. or only TON, that's fine as well. But it's way better if you want to build a game in Telegram and with the TON integration.
Yeah,
Then
sure.
it's like 100% here. Then
Yeah,
it's
sure,
great.
sure. Yeah.
How
So it
exactly?
just kind of gives the right, it tells what's the, the right engagement with you guys. So
Yeah. What I'm talking about is like, if you just have an idea, we are happy to discuss even the idea. I mean, because we have some expertise here. We know what works best in Telegram, what kind of like Web3 mechanics work, etc., etc. For example, there's an incubation program, acceleration program happening with a hash
mm,
key, TON plus hash key. We call it the
all
TON
right, okay.
bootcamp happening right now. And this is what we basically do with teams there. I mean, we try to help them. There are different teams on different stages. Some of them are in very early stages, just with idea and some like graphics. We try to help them. Anyway, if you just even have an idea, we're happy to discuss. We can give you some feedback of will things work or not. Maybe we will say we do not know. That can happen as well. But at least we can share some experience and we can like
Okay.
give you some feedback. Then, when you have at least a prototype, we usually help with different things. First, we help with acquiring users. There are several options here. First, we can give you like Telegram ads. So we give Telegram ads credits to try how good is the game itself. I mean, we give you some free traffic and we try to find out, is the game good enough as a game? And there is a
Yeah.
metric which shows it. It's a retention. I mean, retention of the first day, 7th, 14th day. So if we see that your game is good enough to retain users, then we are ready to help you even more with more traffic, with more like
Yeah.
marketing support. We can support in the community, share, hey, this game was released, etc., etc. Also, there is another important thing which I have to mention is Telegram App Center. I don't know, have you ever heard of Telegram App Center or not? But it's a catalog of games and applications inside Telegram mini apps, basically catalog. So you can be listed in that catalog. So you will get free traffic from there as well. Telegram App Center, as far as I remember, January only, they had 1.7 million monthly active users. So you can get relatively good traffic from there as well. So if you just have a game, we can support you in every stage. The only thing you have to do is just reach us out. You probably the best way you can do is just you can text me on WhatsApp. Oh,
All
sorry, on
right.
Telegram. Just kidding.
Telegram.
Obviously on Telegram, you can text me, or you can go to ton.org/gamefi
All
and you
right.
can
Okay.
find all the details there, basically.
No, sweet. Awesome. No, that's cool. That's cool. No, yeah. No, thank you for like, kind of like, giving insight, like how teams, can, build their games on the Dawn blockchain, what's the right engagement with the Dawn Foundation. And also, um, you know, what are your expectations and how, folks can be, can be successful, building on the Dawn blockchain. So, that being said, I'm sure there's more we can cover, but before we go, uh, maybe let's end this off maybe with from your point of view, as you've been in the space, what are you excited about as a gaming lead, and maybe are there some gaming narratives that you are excited about? You know, it could be in the gaming side or maybe so outside too. So but in I guess in relation to Dawn as well. So,
Well, that's a good question. Um, Let me think of. I obviously have a list of things that I'm excited about, but trying to like order them in the right manner.
yeah.
I would say the the most exciting thing right now for me is about the wallet. It's maybe not about the game itself, but about the wallet.
Mm,
Why? Because
okay.
there is a wallet inside Telegram, and wallet is not available everywhere now, but they're rolling it out. It's going to be available in more and more countries in upcoming months. And what excites me here is that I would say this is the first and maybe the only attempt of big social platforms or messengers to basically become a Web3 wallet, non-custodial.
Yeah.
There is a custodial part in the wallet as well, of course, obviously, but the non-custodial part of town space is way more important. And what excites me is that just imagine a future when Telegram becomes something like a WeChat for China. I mean, in China, as we know, everybody uses WeChat. They use it for payment. They use it for mini apps.
Right?
Super app for the rest of the world, not for China, obviously, because the market there is quite busy already. Not maybe for the US, but let's imagine Telegram being a super app for the rest of the world, where wallet is used as a payment method with stable coins, with, I don't know, payments with QR, with everything. So you just take your Telegram and pay instantly using your crypto in Telegram. So something as far as I remember, it's called WePay in WeChat, or Alipay. It's another product also in China. Something like that.
Yeah.
Same in Messenger with huge audience, but with crypto. This is something what excites me, to be honest. And it opens a lot of doors for games as well, because you can have wallet integrate into your game, right? In Telegram as like authorization method, as a payment method, like everything that you can imagine. So I would say this is the like most exciting thing that I see right now in Web3 and in TON.
Yeah, man. No, that's really cool. No, I love that you brought up the wallet side, because I think in this current time, in the Web3 space, I think wallets are going to play an important role. The better the user experience, you know, I believe the faster the adoption is, and also and actually a real use case, right? To
Yep.
use crypto as a way for making payments to your friends, and to be able to use it in our daily life. It's not, I get the idea of Bitcoin being a digital gold and all that stuff. I mean, it's supposed to be peer to peer, but hey, I think maybe I'm sure with TON, you know, and with the power of the wallet, man, we can do some really incredible stuff. We can do payments, remittances. Man, we can empower small businesses. I mean,
Yep.
man, you could buy games too. Like instead of buying a game on Apple Store or Google Play Store, man, hey, do it on Telegram.
Exactly.
All in one spot. So that's a good. No, I'm glad you brought that up. I really appreciate it. You know. So, but yeah, man. Anyways, so yeah, just one more thing. Just maybe one advice for the builders or any startup founders who want to build a project on the town blockchain. What would that one advice be?
Just start building. Just do it.
Just do it. All right,
Just
awesome.
do it.
Anyway,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. Just do it. I mean, you should not wait for anything for anybody. You should not wait for even for us at Ton Foundation. This is like a common problem. They try to come to us and say, "Hey, we want to build this." Just do it. Don't wait for us. There are like tens of millions of users. Obviously, we will help you if you have a product. If you have something that we can bring to users, we definitely will do that. So just
okay.
build the product and just do it.
Sweet. Crypto and Bill, baby. Crypto and Bill. So
Yep.
anyway, hey, Inal, thank you so much for your time. Really, really
Thanks for
enjoyed
having me.
this conversation. And yeah, and definitely this not a one-time thing. Definitely will bring you back for more of your thought leadership in the gaming space, but also the Tom blockchain. So fam, we gotta go. So y'all be good. Y'all be safe. We'll talk soon. And hey, if you want to connect with Inal, we'll definitely share the links in the description box and all that good stuff. So this is Marcus signing off. Take it. Be good, fam. All right.
Cheers.
Yeah. Bye.